What's up? What's up? How you guys doing? Good? How many people I got? 2 people? Damn. Welcome. This is a crypto live stream where we talk about crypto on a live stream. Love it. Might be some of you guys' lunchtime. That's what I was going for. But I won't be available on Saturday, tomorrow. So this will have to do. Get a drink. Pull on up. We're going to go in a second. 3 people, what's up? How you guys doing? Who I got here? Cloud Macro, wanchain, $200 plus. I like that. Web Zombies, what's good? Yo, bro, yo. We're gonna get on soon, guys. How you guys been? You guys been good? Chilling out, relaxing, right? Awesome. 5 people, what's good? Say what's up in the comments. Show your favorite crypto project right now. This is your chance. Every dog has it today. 5 people, what's good? Bitcoin's been going up a little bit. I like it. Like if I had an option for Bitcoin to go up or down, definitely up. But that's just me. 5 people. We'll get them soon. If you guys don't have anything to say, quiet. I get it. Boss is probably standing right behind you like, what are you listening to? What's up, Bitcoins? Okay, a couple more minutes. Man, let me stretch. Got to stretch. Casper. CSPR. Damn, Johnny. How long you been a cat, Johnny? Did it hurt? I didn't like it. Now I have 3 people. Dang. Jokes, they're so all or nothing, you know? What are you guys drinking? How you been feeling? And we're going to get going in 3. Hold on, let me share. 3, 2. What? Oh, there it is. Okay. Yes. 1. Bada bing. SEC targets DeFi in vote to revisit proposal concerning the definition of exchange. The United States Securities and Exchange Commission has announced it will be revisiting the proposed redefinition for an exchange under the agency's rules, a move that could include crypto market participants in decentralized finance or DeFi. SEC Chair Gary Gensler said the proposed rule amendments could benefit investors and markets by bringing certain brokers under additional regulatory scrutiny, as well as modernizing rules that define an exchange. Under the proposal, an exchange would be more closely defined as a system that brings together buyers and sellers of securities through structured methods to negotiate a trade and explicitly includes DeFi. That's so rude. Given how crypto trading platforms operate today, many of them currently are exchanges regardless of this reopening release we're considering today. These platforms match orders of multiple buyers and sellers of crypto securities using established non-discretionary methods. That's the definition of an exchange, and today, most crypto trading platforms meet it. SEC Commissioner Hester Peirce, also known as Crypto Mom by many of her pro-crypto policy positions, raised concerns about the rules regarding trading platforms that do not handle tokens qualifying as securities, or how to address rules regarding trading platforms that do not handle tokens qualifying as securities, or how to address operators that move from securities to non-security trading. It seems perverse to me that we would be encouraging centralization. Quote unquote, Hester Peirce. What do you guys think? Honestly, we all know that Gary Gensler has got something out for crypto. I think he's mad because he's late. Whatever the reason is neither here nor there. All we do know is Gary coming after crypto He's been coming after crypto ever since he got into his position, and it's not stopping now. Even people, work with him are like, Gary, chill out. What does he have against Bitcoin? Not quite sure. All I do know is this. They can change definitions. They can change legalities. The most it can do in a decentralized technology is deter its users. But you can't really enforce that law on a set of code. It's decentralized. That's exactly why it's made the way it is. There's no one to really regulate against. You're going to regulate DeFi exchanges? If they're really decentralized, how are you going to do it? And that's the beauty of decentralized finance, guys. Got to remember, they can do whatever they feel is necessary to try to deter you from using it. But remember, it's you listening to them that really stops them from being able to or not being able to enforce the laws they make. So we'll see what happens. All I do know is if people are losing their purchasing power, they're losing their financial autonomy, every single place they look, they're losing something in regards to money. At a point, they'll stop listening to the government, especially if it's in their best interest not to do so. We'll have to monitor this further. For people, what's up? You guys are quiet today. What's up? You guys okay? You dead? I don't know. I'll move on, though. Next one. CFT chair says Binance intentionally broke rules concerning futures and commodities. Rostin Binam, chair of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, or CFTC, recently spoke out about the allegations levied against Binance, claiming that the beleaguered cryptocurrency exchange leadership knowingly operated outside of the United States laws governing and exchange commodities and futures. Binam told those in attendance that Binance leaders had intentionally flouted the rules concerning operations, including knowingly allowing U.S. citizens to participate on the exchange through the use of virtual private networks or VPNs, and other obfuscation tools, whatever. We're moving on. If you're going to offer future contracts in the U.S., there is a clear understanding that you are registered with the CFTC and comply by the law. The exchange also faces legal action from the IRS and the federal prosecutors. Interesting. Hey, CZ, he's always been on the edge. I remember back in the day he started Binance when he started Binance on a laptop. And in the first year of his operations, he pulled in more revenue than JP Morgan or some kind of big six bank. They were trying to nail him down to where is your geographic location? Where is your company based out of? And he would say, we are on the internet. We don't have a location. He's always been on that thin razor's edge of the law, complying but not really complying, making it difficult. It looks like the U.S. government has gotten tired of it, tired of playing games with them. They're coming at him full force. So we'll see what happens. All I do know is Binance got some good lawyers. They've been around a while. They survived this far. We'll see what happens with CZ. But to be honest, what do you mean you let U.S. customers use your service through a VPN? That's the customer's choice to use a VPN. Now it's interesting. It's okay, they're going to make this so widespread, so wide-reaching, make everything the responsibility of the exchange or the crypto platform that it gets so burdensome to operate that it's just easier not to. That's what the government's going for. Will they be successful? I don't think they will. Because people in crypto, we're really stubborn. We want to do something, we're going to do it. What say you? What say you? Johnny Reed's eating. What do cats eat, Johnny? Fish? 2 people. What's good? Let's move on, man. Ripple launches liquidity hub for businesses to bridge the crypto liquidity gap. The liquidity hub aims to offer a pool of liquidity to businesses in addition to Ripple's popular cross-border payments service called on-demand liquidity, or ODL. The service operates as a standalone solution in addition to Ripple's popular cross-border payment service called on-demand liquidity. This makes it a global liquidity network, offering its partners access to payout rails worldwide. The Liquidity Hub has been developed from an enterprise standpoint of view. The Liquidity Hub has been developed for an enterprise freaking point of view. I can't speak today. Damn. My wife's laughing at me. She knows I can't speak today. Dang it. Okay. Assets from various market makers, including crypto exchanges and over-the-counter trading desks. When an enterprise partner requires liquidity, it can source it from these large pools of deeper liquidity, including United States dollar, Bitcoin, Ethereum Classic, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin. The emission of XRP from its liquidity pairs could be attributed to the company's ongoing court battles in the United States with the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC. Ripple claimed its liquidity solution would considerably reduce the cost of operations on high-volume transactions. This is done by optimizing cryptocurrency pricing and liquidity across asset pairs. Wow. 3 people, what's good? You see, they're saying FTX exchange coming back, LOL. I know, I have an article on that. They are saying that. Johnny says cats eat kibble. Nom nom. Yummy. You guys chilling? We're running through it today. You guys are quiet as hell. You're never this quiet, but I guess it's not a weekend. You guys are like hanging loose on the weekend. Was your boss behind you? Watch out. Watch out. Johnny, watch out. Just kidding. Just kidding, Johnny. I'd love to meet a cat boss. 12 minutes in. Let's get to the next one. Metaverse for youth. Meta urged to ban minors from virtual world. Currently allowing users from 18, Meta also wants to open up its metaverse app, Horizon Worlds, to users aged 13 to 17. Pause. Online safety groups and experts sent a letter to the Meta CEO on April 14th, calling out the firm to scrap its plans to invite teenagers and young adults to join its metaverse app, Horizon Worlds. The activists argued that Meta must first assess the potential risk of allowing youth in the metaverse, as minors will likely face harassment and privacy violations on its virtual reality app. Meta must wait for more peer-reviewed research on potential risk of the metaverse to be certain that children and teens would be safe, the advocates wrote in the letter. A March report from the Center of Countering Digital Hate that found users under 18 have already been facing harassment from adults on the app. The study specifically witnessed 19 episodes of abuse directed at minors by adults, including sexual harassment, during 100 visits to the most popular worlds within Horizon's universe. That's gross. What's up with this? How come we can't let the little kids be kids? Stop talking nasty, little kids. This is what this whole online gaming thing is. Honestly, yeah, I like online games, but damn, people say some crazy shit in there. 6 people, what's good? What do you guys think about this? Obviously, I mean, I see why Meta's doing this, not in a creepy way. It's the more people using the app, they spend a lot of money on this whole environment. The more people can use it, it's better monetarily for them. But honestly, this is kind of weird, right? Because think about it. You have a headset on. Someone comes up to you in the metaverse, and then you have a one-on-one conversation. What if that person's a kid? And what if the other person talking to them is an adult? Who's monitoring it? I don't know how you guys feel about it. You probably have kids. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat right here. I'm interested. Contentious for sure. I am an opinion that maybe there should be a separate kids section because we cannot monitor all the conversations being had in the metaverse. See, these are all the issues we'll have to hash out as time goes on. Why does INJ grow, but no one looks at WAN? What do you think? You mean injective? I don't know. That's not even like the same niche though. Injective is like a DEX, right? Injective protocol. Cosmos. WAN is interoperability. Kind of apples to oranges, but why? Because, man, look, most people in crypto aren't like the visionaries. They follow trends. They follow price. Yeah, it's really easy to pick things when it's going up green. Like no one has to be a genius. You have to be able to identify value before anyone else sees it. That's how you make money in crypto always, right? So I've explained video after video after video after video why I think WAN is that coin. I even have videos on wanchain's YouTube explaining why WAN's that coin. Go check it out. FTX has a synthetic derivatives platform, don't they? I think so. Synthetic derivatives? Yeah, probably. But like the problem with synthetics, to be honest, is okay, if a DEX has synthetics, it's called synthetics. But if an exchange has synthetics, that's called derivatives. And derivatives are highly regulated, so it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense for a centralized exchange to have synthetics because it's basically derivatives. And if once you start dealing with derivatives, you subject yourself to a lot more oversight. So probably, but I mean, hey, it's not like FTX can get any more oversight right now. They are under the microscope 100,000%. 5 people, what's good? What happens in the metaverse stays in the metaverse. Yeah, man. I mean, like I heard this situation where some like lady said she was getting harassed in the metaverse, like a guy was walking around like this. And I thought it was like funny, because like you could literally take the headphones off. But kids more or less don't know what's going on. Like that being an adult, you have the autonomy to take it off, walk away, you're being harassed. But like as a kid, you got a little less reasoning under their belt. So interesting. Let's see. But we obviously need a digital ID for the metaverse. Oh, and for access to our bank accounts. Yeah, it's going to be inserted under your skin, on your forehead, or your right hand. 6 people. What's good? Let's get to the next one. EOS EVM to allow interoperability across Ethereum and EOS. The EOS Network Foundation, ENF, has announced the beta launch of the EOS EVM mainnet, which aims to improve interoperability between 2 blockchain ecosystems, Ethereum and EOS. EOS EVM emulates the Ethereum Virtual Machine EVM and allows for the deployment of decentralized applications or dApps written in Solidity. The ENF team said that Ethereum scalability issues create challenges for mass-scale dApp deployment. That's nothing new. The launch of EOS EVM aims to bridge the gap. The team is planning to do this by combining the resource of the Ethereum community with the performance of the EOS network that the EOS network offers. I tried to be all dramatic. I messed it up. Damn. Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward on that one. Well, you know what, guys? I'm glad there's some EOS news. Man, I'm glad there's some EOS news. Yes, become EVM compatible EOS. Why not? You guys were meant to be snappy and performant to begin with. It's kind of a shame you guys weren't leading the charge on this, or, I mean, like, we have layer 2s now that kind of are fighting that niche for that niche, but it's good to see you starting to get EVM compatible. Once you open yourself up to Ethereum, a whole bunch of capital will come in that it can't right now. So the step in the right direction to start opening your blockchain and your ecosystem to other builders, more liquidity. That's what I like to see. What do you guys think about that? Let me know. 7 people. Flat Smack, happy Friday, bro. Hey, thank you. Cheers. Bitcoin's over 30,000. Looking like a good day. Hey, bro, what do you think of salt lending at this point? I think it's trash. I had salt lending. I even took out a salt loan. You know, I talked about I got caught up in some liquidations. That's who it was with. Did I like the use case? Did I like the token? Did I like the service they offered me? Yes, while it worked. But now that it doesn't, I take all of it back. No, at the same time though, man, like hopefully they come through and pull through. I mean, that'd be good for me and my cryptos. But if they don't, you can't take it too personally, right? You can't take it too personally. Why? Because this is crypto. You're not going to walk out of here without it scratched. You're going to get scratched. You're going to probably get beat the hell up. As long as we get to the end, that's what matters, right? But salt lending, it's such a shame. Such a shame. Because not only did they like get caught up with FTX stuff, they were doing some shady stuff with their assets. They said everything was in cold storage. But like, yeah. What was I saying? I don't even know. Yeah, whatever. Salt. Hopefully they come back. 6 people, what's up? I haven't bought wanchain since 2018. I think it's time to buy some. I've been buying for the last like year. It's cheap for me. Do your own research. Dang it. 7 people, what's up? Hold up. All right. Ethereum researcher says staking reveals IP address, sparking privacy concerns. A researcher at the Ethereum Foundation says that he had internally discovered that staking Ether reveals a user's IP address information. A researcher at the... Okay, I just said that. Stakers are monitored as part of a broader set of metadata, causing the cryptocurrency community to flag Ethereum for privacy concerns. There's a lot of metadata you can look at. Deposit addresses. You can look at withdrawal addresses. You can look at fee recipients. You can look at IP addresses. Yeah, that one's pretty straightforward. So, I mean, as time goes on, I remember a time when the big sell on Bitcoin was anonymous transactions, peer-to-peer, yada, yada, yada. Well, time goes on, we find out that it's not only traceable, it's not anonymous, it's very traceable, and it's very not anonymous. So like you'll notice that as time goes on, these narratives, these marketing angles are more or less sometimes not a completely true. We're starting to find that out about the second largest cryptocurrency by market cap, that being Ethereum, and privacy. Hey, I mean, look, yeah, you can see staking IP addresses, but then you could also really track it down to the wallet. And everyone's wallet somehow, like if you have any kind of in or off, on or off ramp, if you're registered with any of those, they know your wallets. It's all connected up. So like it is a concern, but like how much to what extent? Because we're all pretty much compromised to some extent anyway, unless every single crypto you've ever got you earned and it was sent to you to your address from another address and you didn't convert cash to dollars. So hey, look, this happened to Bitcoin too. Now it's happened to Ethereum. All you should really know is none of this crap is really untraceable. And if someone tells you that, I tell them I don't believe you. I mean, Monero's untraceable up to the point of that they crack the rig signatures, and then it's traceable, and everything that's ever happened on the blockchain will be exposed. Quantum computer is coming. Quantum computing is coming. I think what we consider untraceable might change in the future. Who's to say it will never be traceable? Just something to think about, guys. Just something to think about. 7 people, it's good. Talon Berry, yo, what's up? How's your bosses treating you? Let me know what your boss is doing right now in the chat. Right now. No. Let me know what you want to tell your boss right now. If he or she would never see, what would you tell them right now? I need to know. If you want untraceability and privacy, physical gold is a good option. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's probably the best option. I got the shout out to the homie, the trash guy out there. Gotta come when I stream. Cool. 7 people. What's good? Next one. Yo, bro. Damn. No, I'm gonna keep BS until the leaves. I can't be recording over a story with that. But yeah. Look, guys, yeah, you want anonymity? Cash is probably better than Bitcoin. 100% better. 100%. Gold's better, silver's better. Anything that's on the internet's better. Anything to the internet, it's probably gonna get traced. You have to be okay with that. That's what it is. And the second you go to cash it out, they're gonna try to find out who you are. I mean, like, they know that you need to get it on and off ramp. Okay, he's gone. IMF to push CBDC handbook in response to increasing demand for guidance. The handbook will be descriptive and informal, while the IMF offers advice tailored to specific and prioritized countries. Whatever. See, that's some government crap. Oh, like, we're going to give you guys help. Yeah, what are you going to do first? We're going to make you a handbook. What the? With the interest in central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs, at an unprecedented level, the International Monetary Fund, or IMF, is experiencing heavy demand for guidance in regards to them. In response to the IMF's plan to release a CBDC handbook, Deputy Managing Director Bo Lee said in a recent speech, the IMF official saw some urgency in meeting the needs of the central bank planning CBDCs. Therefore, the organization has engaged with almost 30 countries that requested assistance in the past 2 years. Over 40 countries have contacted it so far, Lee said, adding, we believe CBDC's capacity development is essential to avoid a digital divide. Whatever that means. The handbook will be completed over the course of 4 to 5 years, with major funding for it to come from Japan, the report said. It presented a tentative table for the context of the handbook, with 19 chapters divided into broad sections. The tentative contents touch on both policy and technical issues. Meanwhile, as policymakers consider more concrete questions relating to CBDCs, the IMF's advice has had to become more tailored to country circumstances and ... more normative and anchored in policy experience and frameworks. According to the report, the IMF will prioritize assistance for countries that are systemically important, and to countries that are fast-tracking CBDC developments but have relatively high capacity constraints or weak regulatory standards. A lot of words, man. A lot of words, so little time. What did it mean? Basically, IMF, International Monetary Fund, the central bank of all the central banks. They are like the leading body of the central bank, only to be overtaken by the BIS, which is the Bank of International Settlements. But the IMF is actually in Geneva, Switzerland, the monetary capital of the world, where they set all the monetary policy and where they have, that meeting. Basel. They have Basel to define what tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 capital is, all that good stuff. Basically, they're coming out with a book to give guidance on central bank digital currencies. I don't know why it has to be so tailored to countries, because to be honest, where's it at? Just release them already. Isn't it just the representation of fiat currency? I'm not quite understanding, because one, I'm not in the back room and I don't understand the whole plan, why this rollout is so long and so involved and needs so much documentation. We'll have to see. But I think the main takeaway from this article here is that IMF is hearing everyone saying, where's this regulatory clarity? Where's this regulatory clarity? They're working on it. Now, their timetable is a little crazy. 4 to 5 years? I ain't got time for that. And I know you don't got time for that. I doubt it'll take that long. Why? Because the banking sector is in shambles and it's holding itself up with toothpicks. That's time I don't think they have the luxury of receiving. But I don't know. 12 people, what's good? I'd tell my boss, pay me more. I know that's boring, but it's my boss. Okay. I need you guys to go to all your bosses and say, pay me more. Damn it. But if it doesn't work out, do your own research. 12 people may need to. Next one. 12 people. Judge orders YouTuber BitBoy Crypto to appear and address alleged harassment. He looks like he'd be harassing people sometimes. Ben Armstrong was ordered to appear in a Florida court to address allegations he threatened and harassed lawyers behind a class action lawsuit against him and other crypto influencers. In an April 12th filing in the United States District Court of Southern District of Florida, Judge Melissa Damian ordered Armstrong and his counsel to appear on April 20th along with the legal team representatives and influencers. According to the order, the conference was aimed to bring awareness of Armstrong's harassment towards plaintiff's counsel. On 420, really? Armstrong, along with several other YouTubers, was named in a $1 billion lawsuit filed on March 15th for allegedly promoting FTX crypto fraud without disclosing compensation. Adam Molskowitz, representing plaintiff Edwin Garrison, others in the class action lawsuit, has claimed that Armstrong harassed the legal team with endless phone calls, tweets, and emails, voicemails full of vulgarities. Vulgarities, yeah, that's the word. And social media posts suggesting threats. An April 5th filing showing cause for a hearing with Armstrong detailed daily violent threats by the YouTuber, in addition to responses to emails with threats and insults before being served with processed papers. The legal team also reported in a March 20th filing that one of Armstrong's voicemails included the YouTuber allegedly threatening to surround Moskowitz's home with protesters 24/7 day and night. The scope of the attacks, including death threats, which examples are provided in those filings and which continue on a daily basis since the incessant undersigned counsel to open an FBI investigation into Armstrong, as well as the investigation files by local police authorities for plaintiffs' counsel and their families. And this is Ben. Let's see what he said. So let me get this straight. Adam Moskowitz frivolously attaches me falsely as a paid promoter of FTX, a site where people lost everything. Many lost life savings, many on brink of suicide. And this fragile bleep claims he is the one scared and at risk because I call him names. I'm sorry, Ben. You should know you're a big boy. You're talking to a lawyer. Whenever you talk to a lawyer, you gotta watch what you say. Hey, that's a rookie mistake, Ben. What the hell are you thinking? 12 people. What's good? I don't know, man. Honestly, one, it sounds like Ben is admitting that he was doing these things and calling him names. He should never have went on Twitter and incriminated himself. So one, he's guilty already. He admitted it on the internet. So yeah, he was harassing them. He's calling them names. Sounds like death threatening them. To be honest, man, haven't been a big fan of BitBoy Crypto's style. He is kind of sometimes gets really emotional about things very publicly. And a lot of the times it doesn't work out very well for him. And in this situation, I don't think it's going to work out at all. Look, man, you're an influencer, you're famous, you made it big. That means you got to let some things roll off your back and you don't need to respond to everything publicly on social media. You know what I mean? So, hey, I mean, honestly, it sounds like he just made bigger problems for himself. I don't know if he got paid by FTX. Sounds like everyone their mom was, except DubDigital. But FTX. Do you send me something in the mail? I didn't see anything. I never promoted FTX. A lot of people did. Honestly, I don't know if any of these influencers should be at fault here. But you know what happens when people lose money? They get all weird. Really weird. So it's interesting to see, and we're starting to see a lot of crypto influencers get caught up with not disclosing that they get compensation for promoting things. This was something that never happened in the previous cycles. This is obviously a sign of a maturing space, in my opinion. We'll have to keep an eye on it. We'll have to keep an eye on it. All right, yo. Let's see. May need to fact check, but heard that there is 7% of global settlements in USD in the last few weeks. I have a thing for that too. I do have an article for that too. Yes, guys, the world is de-dollarizing because everyone's talking about now. It's not even conspiracy anymore, guys. We're not sitting on here on the weekend talking about, look, I promise you, like, this is happening. It's happening now. It's not even like a conspiracy anymore. It's on mainstream media news. The world's de-dollarizing. We have countries calling to de-dollarize. In fact, Brazil's doing it. And guess who's the B of BRICS? It's Brazil. Brazil's president, Lula, urges developing countries to abandon dollar as a global reserve currency. Look how serious he looks. He is so serious. According to Brazil's president, Luiz Lula da Silva, developing countries should abandon the US dollar and strengthen their own national currencies during a speech at a new development bank in Shanghai, China. Lula expressed his nightly ponderings. Why do all countries have to base their trade on dollars? Brazil's president wants to reduce the US dollar's global dominance. Recent discussions have focused on removing the US dollar's status as the global reserve currency, and this idea is becoming more of a reality in 2023. Speaking at the new development bank in Shanghai, also known as BRICS Bank, President Lula insisted that the greenback's global dominance should end. Who decided that our countries were weak or valueless in other countries? Lula quenches during his speech. Why can't a bank like that of the BRICS have a currency to finance trade relations between Brazil and China or Brazil and other countries? It's difficult because we are unaccustomed to the thought. Everyone depends on just one currency, he added. Lula's statement came after China signed a new deal with Brazil and completed its first liquefied natural gas payment in yuan. Russia has also been committed to settling trades using other countries' currencies. Moreover, BRICS members, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, are working towards creating a new BRICS-based reserve currency. In Shanghai, Lula's voices curiosity about the world's dependence on the greenback. I ask myself every night why all countries have to base their trade on the dollar. Why can't we trade using our own countries? Blah, blah, I already read that. Blah, blah, blah. Financial Times reporter Joe, whatever. He said, in the near term, will face a substantial challenge. They highlighted that Brazil's miners regularly okay, who cares? I think over time, the dollar will be less and less dominant, but it's happening very slowly, he added. Yeah. Okay. 11 people. This has been a trend forever, since 2016. You know this whole Chinese yuan thing, settling like commodities for oil. This started in 2015 and 16. I remember this. Guys, this stuff has been happening slowly, rolling forward. That's why I'm so sure of this narrative, because I'm certain, 100% certain it's a fact. And now the rest of the world is, and that's how macroeconomics work. You're crazy. You say something that's not here yet. People look at the reality, don't see it. They question you until they agree with you. And that's what everyone's doing now. BRICS is the future. The West is the past. Why do I say BRICS is the future? Because they have all the commodities, and their currency will have something backing it. Unlike our currency, it has nothing backing it, and we print it into oblivion. What America has really done over this short while, a couple years, and by sanctioning Russia, has shown people that, one, America abuses its, I guess you would say, status as the reserve currency of the world by inflating it. You should never inflate a reserve currency because it's the one currency everyone comes back to when things get crazy. And two, If we don't like what you're doing, we'll take your money. Case in point, sanctions on Russia. Whether how you feel about it or not, you have to look at it from the rest of the world standpoint. How would you feel if you said something that was unpopular, but it's really how you felt? And then the country that's in charge of the whole financial system comes through, grabs your stuff and says, you can have that no more. Is that a system you want to play in and be a part of? No. And everyone around the world, every single country, every one of its leaders is saying the same thing and coming to the same realization at the same time. And they're dropping the dollar like it's hot. Why do you think everything is going up in price in terms of dollars? I could think of one good reason. And it's not because Russia went in there and started a war. It has everything to do with how everyone is viewing our sanctions on Russia. Oh yeah, and all that money we printed too. That didn't help out either. 12 people, what's up? Didn't see BitBoy many times ago. Just unfollowed him. Nothing to learn in that channel. First of all, guys, you gotta be skeptical of a man with a beard calling himself a boy. I mean, you didn't think about that branding when you made that name, that over time. He wasn't even a boy when he started this channel. I don't know. 12 people, what's up? Hand pink waving. Hi. Been waiting patiently for your videos and hope to hear your take on Hedera's progress. I have to find out about Hedera's progress. Don't know now. 11 people, what's up? Let's get another one. Can you guys do me a favor? Can you give me a like? Can you help me out? Give me a thumbs up. It's free, man. I don't ask for your money. I just ask for your appreciation. Give me that like. Leave me a comment. Why? Because YouTube make my video go up. I want my video to go up. We need 500,000 people in this channel. We need it. You know the kind of alpha we'll get if we had that? Oh, wow. Okay, next one. Hacker mints 1 quadrillion USDT after exploiting old yearn.finance contract. That's a lot. The hacker has already transferred 1,000 Ether or 2 million in crypto to the crypto mixer Tornado Cash. Is that the hacker? Wow. He's in a tub of Bitcoins and champagne? That's sick. Blockchain security firm PeckShield recently detected a hack that allowed the attacker to mint over 1 quadrillion yearn tether, or USDT, from 10,000 in the latest decentralized finance DeFi exploit. According to the security firm, the hacker then swapped the USDT to other stablecoins, allowing them to take hold of 11.6 million worth of stablecoins. Wow, that's a lot. This includes 61,000 Pax dollars, 1.5 million True USD, 1.79 million Binance USD, 1.2 million Tether, and 2.5 million USD coin or USDC, and 3 million DAI. Holy smokes. He got a lot of stable coins, man. Watch out. PeckShield said that the hacker has already managed to transfer 1,000 Ether, and currently almost $2 million to the sanctioned cryptocurrency. We talked about that. The blockchain security company also flagged the DeFi protocols Aave, and Yearn.finance to inform them of what was transpiring. Simple. What's that gonna do? Stablecoins? It's hard because they're probably not gonna try to get off ramp it, obviously, because they'll get caught. But they'll try to put in something else. Probably Monero. I would put in Monero, and I wouldn't tell you how to do it, but I could figure it out. It's interesting, man. We see these exploits happen every single day. The only way we get past this part of the learning curve is to go through the exploits and learn from them and improve the code so it doesn't happen again. Yeah, hackers are ingenious and smart. Let's be honest. They just use their talents in bad ways, but they're smart. So they're like hardening this technology. You just have to go through the hard part right now. Hey, the only thing I'm concerned about is possibly like, stable coins haven't exactly been holding their peg very tightly nowadays, and sub pressure probably doesn't help it at all. So we'll have to see what happens with these pegs. I mean, they pretty much got coins from every single stable coin. Now it's not, not a super lot where I'd be worried about it, but it's never good to have like a hacker with coins, right? Because they're looking to dump them. They want to dump them. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Easy one. What's up, y'all? What's your current view on XRPT persistence? It's been going down while the rest is going up. Not really, man. It's a small cap. You know what I mean? Like, every crypto is not the same crypto. This is not 2017 anymore. Like, crypto markets have changed. Back in 2017, everything went up, everything went down. It didn't matter what, like, small, large, blue chip, penny stock. It didn't matter. It was all the same. That's not the case no more. Now we have differentiation. It's very much following, like, the market caps of cryptos, following market caps of stocks. Sometimes blue chips pump before penny stocks pump because things typically flow down. So, hey, don't beat yourself up too much. Don't beat your investments up too much. This uptick in the price has just gotten going. Like, this has just started and things are still waking up. And people still don't even know crypto is starting to pop off right now. We still got people over there saying it's not. Even people in crypto. Can you say disbelief phase? I can, but we'll see. Give some time. I got my XPRT too, but like, I'm not tripping. Like, you can't be tripping about this. Can't be tripping. Gotta let it grow. 11 people, what's up? What's the update on Genie? Hey, where's he at though? Something Master? What was his name? The guy who made Genie for us. Dab Master. Where's Dab Master at? Damn. Hopefully he didn't get wrecked too hard and die. But I don't know. Genie. That was like something one of our homies, one of my followers made and distributed to people on the channel. That'd be crazy if it goes ham though. Have you ever looked in the GLMR? No, not. Oh, well, yeah. Is that Moon River, Glimmer, that kind of thing? Yeah. I've looked into it. To be honest, Polkadot is not something that I'm too immersed in. I did miss one good Polkadot play in 2020 that I almost pulled the trigger on when it was like $4, but I never did. It was Kusama. Can't get them all. 11 people, what's good? Next one. Montana, right to mine. Crypto bill passes the House. The bill seeking to enshrine crypto miners' rights in the United States of Montana, successfully passed the third reading in the state's House of Representatives. Now the only thing required to become law is the governor's signature. Bill number 178, prohibiting local authorities from obstructing the crypto mining operations, was passed during the third reading by 64 votes to 35 on April 12th. The legislation had already passed through Senate voting in February. The legislation aims to establish a digital asset mining right and forbid any discriminatory electricity rates charged to cryptocurrency miners. Additionally, it seeks to safeguard mining operations that take place at home and remove the authority of local governments to utilize zoning laws to impede crypto mining activities. The amended bill draft contains one significant change compared with the original draft, with Section 3 significantly shortened. The old version of Section 3 occupied almost 3 full pages and included several articles unrelated to crypto mining. Now, Section 3 outlines 3 specific areas limiting the power of local authorities, including a restriction on imposing different requirements on mining centers from those on data centers. Additionally, authorities cannot prevent crypto mining in industrial areas and private homes. This is interesting to see. Montana, what's up? Shout out. You love Bitcoin. That means we love you. But, hey, this is interesting because A year or two ago, we started seeing countries and sovereign entities coming out making rules around mining Bitcoin that tended to favor the state, right? They were putting caps, electricity caps on households mining Bitcoin, or basically just like thresholds on households in general, because mining Bitcoin uses a lot of power. Typically, their average house doesn't use that much power. So they just said, if you go over this amount of electricity, we're going to up the rate of kilowatt per hour, which disincentivizes people to participate in the act of mining Bitcoin. But it's good for the governments because they just don't include that on themselves. They make it cheaper for themselves. They don't really play fair when it comes to mining for digital assets. So it's good to see Montana protecting its people, letting them get in on this digital gold rush, saying it's illegal for the government to say you can't mine in your house. It's your house. Same thing in industrial areas. If you have a business, you want to dedicate resources to supporting this decentralized network, then go ahead and do so. Why, guys? Why is Bitcoin so valuable? Because it's decentralized. The second governments come in and try to centralize it, it stops becoming the beautiful network that it is today. What do you think? 12 people, what's up? You guys don't think? Damn. You don't think on the weekdays? I should think more. 12 people, what's up? Let's look at another one. Ethereum's Chapella. Is that how you say it? Ethereum's Chapella hard fork executed on mainnet. I gotta be honest, man. These devs are just getting out of control with these names. The Chapella hard fork has officially been executed on the Ethereum mainnet, meaning that Ethereum validators can finally withdraw their staked Ethereum from the Beacon chain. Within the first hours of the hard fork, a total of 12,859 Ether were unlocked and 4,333 withdrawals, according to Ethereum block explorer beaconchain.in. Currently, around 44% of validators, or 248,000 of the total active 500,000, can request a partial or full withdrawal. The majority of withdrawals at this time ranges between 2.8 to 3.2 Ethereum, which suggests that mostly staking rewards that are being withdrawn at this time. Wow, that's a good amount of rewards, but I guess that they did stake for a while. The hard fork can theoretically unlock 18.1 million Ether on the Beacon chain, currently equating to over 34.8 billion. Wow. Overall, several mechanisms are in place to prevent a flood of Ethereum from hitting the market, according to the Ethereum Foundation. There's an owl. Wow. So, you guys don't know, Ethereum merge, transitioning from proof of work or POW to proof of stake POS. Part of the process was supporting the network, staking your Ethereum in the Beacon chain. It was there, locked there for a while. I forget the amount. I didn't really participate, as you can probably tell, because I'm not about locking my ish anywhere, especially because of what's recently occurred. So now they can unlock. This is good. Ethereum starting to overcome its scaling challenges. It's now POS. Everyone's happy. It's not killing the world. Blah, 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 whatever. But now there's a whole bunch of Ethereum that could get dropped like it's hot. You guys think people are going to be selling this? I really think it depends on what happens with crypto in general. Price starts going up. People start holding on to that crypto really hard. Price goes down. People drop it. Maybe it's not exactly what should be happening if they want to be profitable, but that's typically what happens. 18.1 million Ethereum, 35 billion bucks has been unlocked. I hope these are strong hands. Wouldn't be good for Ethereum, but we'll see what happens, guys. What do you think? You think people are going to sell it? You think they're going to hodl it? What say you? So many ETH coming out. I believe people got to short. Now ETH is going up in a short squeeze. So you think people, it's hard to tell. I mean, you hear that and you say, okay, well, it's not going to, like, some's going to get sold, right? Interesting. Still doing the WASP single staking? Yeah. I just bought more WASP, and I'll probably buy more WASP. I want a lot of WASP. So you guys don't know, basically, look, the reason I like DEXs is because a DEX controls the economic activity on a chain, pretty much. Yeah, like the chain token soaks up a lot of that value, but if you want to participate in the ecosystem within that chain, within that like token, you need a DEX. All right. So like there's not too many DEXs in wanchain. There's like one. So it's not too many to choose from, and you can't really get it wrong too badly. There's another one coming out called RexDex, but that's really specific to you guys know I'm Red Ryan. He's a homie. He's starting a project called Small Arms Syndicate. It's Metaverse. It's coming out. It's Dex is coming out. It's all related to that. So I'm not quite sure if it's going to be 100% competing with WanSwap. But as far as I can tell, WanSwap is the only place you can trade all your different assets. And WanChain's hooked up to a bunch of chains that don't have cross-chain capability. They haven't even really interacted with other ecosystems. One being XRP, one being Cardano, so on and so forth. So at some point, all these people who have never been outside their chain are going to find wanchain and find out that they can move cross-chain. And when they want to move cross-chain, then they have to interact with WanSwap. That's my vision. I'm not moving from it. I've been all crazy before. I think this is not my craziest idea, though. 12 people, what's up? You're calling on this yearly rally. On this year's rally, how high before pullback, TA? No TA. How high can it go? I mean, Bitcoin, I think it needs to pierce 100,000. I think that's easy, though. Like, maybe back 2 years ago, it was a stretch, but now we have even more money, and they're making more money every single day. Like, see, this is the problem, Talon, like with TA. What we're seeing isn't, we're seeing money expansion. We're seeing like runaway inflation now. So how do you measure that? We don't even get the right data. We don't even know all the money. They don't tell us all the money they put in. This reverse repo thing, that's like increasing it. Credit cards increasing it. Use of credit increases it. Printing money increases it. Monetizing the debt increases it. There is so much money running around, we don't even really know the impact. So how high can it go? I guess it really depends on how much inflation occurs. Because to be honest, guys, assets could theoretically go up forever. They could. They wouldn't be worth much, but they could. You know what I'm saying? It's called a melt up. So with that said, I'm trying to give you the possibilities of like, one, it's kind of a fool's errand. Two, why don't you measure your performance on like, okay, I'm cool with the 10x. Like, what are you cool with your specific bag, right? Like, don't look at the number. Look at your percentage gain, right? Like, look, you can maybe not sell at the exact top, but if you got a 10x, aren't you gonna be happy with that? You can be happier, yeah, but like, wouldn't you be happy? Like, you'd be like you're not kick yourself too much. Like, damn, I got 10 times my money. Damn. If you're saying that, you gotta watch that greed. 12 people, what's up? Which 2 to 3 of the cryptos that are currencies do you have a shot at adoption? That are currencies. I mean, you could use all of them as currencies. What do you mean by that? Like what? I mean, to be honest, man, none of them are acting like currencies right now, except stable coins. I mean, to be honest, like we can slot coins as like this is that and this and that. Look, that's the best framework we have for a nascent like ecosystem and nascent asset class. But what acts like a currency? Are we gonna say Bitcoin acts like a currency? No, it doesn't, because people ain't paying for it. It fluctuates up and down the whole damn time. Is Ethereum a currency? No, it's not. Fluctuates too much. Is Cardano a currency? No, it's not. Like, you can go down the list and comparing it to fiat currencies. None of them are acting like fiat currencies. Now, do we want them to? I don't know. But you heard what I'm saying. 13 people, what's up? Let's move on. FTX has recovered $7.3 billion in assets. Will consider rebooting exchange. I couldn't believe this. I read this to my wife, and she's like, "What?" Ah, babe. She said yes. She said yes, guys. All right. Cryptocurrency exchange FTX may be considering restarting in the future, according to the legal team behind the debtors. In April 12th hearing, the United States Bankruptcy Court of the District of Delaware, lawyers with Sullivan and Cromwell representing FTX said the crypto firm had recovered roughly $7.3 billion in liquid assets. A March filing from the debtors report and the four FTX company silos had roughly $4.8 billion in scheduled assets as of November 2022, with an investigation into the assets ongoing. According to the legal team, FTX will also consider restarting its crypto exchange operations sometime in the second quarter of 2024. Suggesting a reboot as early as April, FTX CEO John Ray was reportedly mulling reviving their bankrupt exchange in a January interview. "Frankly, I have zero evidence to establish cause here," said Judge John Dorsey. Mr. Bankman-Fried did not pull out any evidence whatsoever as the balancing of the equities here. What harm is going to occur to him? I don't know what other insurance policies he has access to. I don't know what other assets he has access to privately that would allow him to cover these costs and then recover them later under this policy. I think this is wild. FTX might come back from the brink of death? Wow. Because to be honest, that means FTX wasn't very forthcoming with their assets. How do they have this money to pay back debtors when the company itself is insolvent? Where did these come from? That's what I would be asking as the judge. Did you disclose everything? Because if they did disclose everything, maybe they got some fat gifts. And who's giving them that money? $7.3 billion or so? What was that? Yeah, $7.3 billion in liquid assets. Where did this money come from? Where do you guys think it came from? I hope they start up again so they can make their debtors whole. But in terms of being in an exchange, I don't know how they're going to come through in terms of a credibility standpoint. How is anyone ever going to trust them again? Doesn't matter if you rebrand. As long as Sam's there, as long as the core team's there, I don't know. I wouldn't feel very comfortable. But from a debtor standpoint, hopefully this goes through. It even sounds like the judge doesn't really understand what's happening here. He's like, okay. I don't know. He said basically, I don't know if you can pull this off. I don't know what you're working with. I don't know. Good luck. But it's very interesting to see FTX not only get off, this was a big deal. A lot of the banking problems and the banking crisis we're experiencing is indirectly related to FTX. It pulled down Silicon Valley Bank. Then it pulled down Credit Suisse. It's all a domino. And FTX happened to be the first one. So we'll see what Sammy Boy got up his sleeve this time. Hopefully he can pay back his obligations because some people lost a lot of money. And hopefully it just works out. Don't know how, not quite sure. But I never thought, I didn't think I'd never hear an article like this. But I am very surprised I heard of an article like this soon. 13 people. What's good? Just goes to show you guys this FUD doesn't mean it lasts all the time. It comes, it goes. It's true, it's not. We're in the news cycle. They yank you around to get you to feel away. But always remember, what you're hearing might not be true or might not be true for very long. 13 people. What's good? I will tell you from where the money comes from. Big players doing agreements and getting their large liquidated positions refunded. Yeah, their large liquidated positions refunded, but that's giving them money. Like what I'm saying is, where did this 7.3 billion come from? If it's from large players who are doing agreements and doing these agreements because they're agreeing on getting their liquidated positions refunded, that doesn't make sense because FTX is turning around giving them money. And then they're turning around and giving FTX the money back. See what I'm saying? Doesn't 100% explain. 13 people, what's up? Interesting times. We're running through it today. Coinbase wins $470,000 restitution in insider trading case. The brother of a former Coinbase employee has agreed to pay the cryptocurrency exchange nearly $500,000 for his role in an insider trading scheme. Nikhil Wali. Why? I think it's why. Why? Start over. Nikhil Huai, brother of former Coinbase product manager Isan Huai, will be required to begin making restitution payments while serving time in prison in what is believed to be the first insider trading case involving crypto. The amount must be paid in full within 20 years of Nikhil's release from prison and represents the amount Coinbase spent on legal services relating to the Department of Justice's investigation. In September 2022, Nikhil pleaded guilty to initiating trades based on confidential information obtained from his brother and is currently serving 10 months in prison for a wire fraud conspiracy charges after being sentenced on January 10th. Because of his position at Coinbase, prosecutors alleged Hassan knew when the exchange would be listing new cryptocurrencies and informed his brother Nikhil and an associate of theirs, Samir Rahmani, prior to the asset listing being publicly announced. The prices of the listed cryptocurrencies generally rose after their listing, netting Nikhil $892,000 in profit, according to prosecutors. As part of his sentencing, Nikhil was required to forfeit these funds to the United States government. So let me get this straight. This guy insider traded. Basically, this stuff happens all the time in crypto. Someone knows something, they tell somebody. This happens all the time. It looks like the government's starting to crack down on this, which it should, because this is how they treat equities and this is how they treat stocks and ETFs and all that kind of stuff. Now crypto's starting to get brought into the fold. And because it's getting brought into the fold, it must abide by the rules of the law. But let me get this straight. This guy insider traded. He made almost $900,000, and the court turns around and makes him pay $500,000. Well, it sounds like they made him give the money up, because if they didn't, he would have netted $400,000. That's just the cost of doing business. For 10 months, what is the price of that? I got to do it, man. I'm doing the math. Okay. Times 4. What am I doing? I'm not doing the math anymore. 12 people, what's up? I meant like Monero, BCH, LTC, XRP, Stellar, True. The majority are not currencies for sure. Yeah, Terry, see, like, the thing is, man, like, I think people are so quick to try to, like, categorize things, and this is that, and we know this is that. It's like we're still in a evolving, moving, fluid environment. Things are still working out and it's settling where they should. Who knows, man? Monero, BTC, BCH, LTC, XRP, like, they were thought to be those. We'll see if they actually become them. That's why I don't like to put too many, like, niches, broad niches for sure. But like when people start saying these are currencies, these are passive income, like Coinbase started doing that on their homepage a lot. And it's like, man, you're making it sound like we all unilaterally agreed on all this, and we really didn't. So we'll have to see how it shakes out. HBAR transactions about to hit 7 billion in one day average. Transactions per second of 750 lately. Wow, that's a lot. That's good. That's good. And I see Hashport's been making some headway over there. That's your guys' like cross chain bridge, or I think so. I remember hearing Hashport probably a year or two ago. And then how's staking coming for Hedera? I know you guys are on the cusp of that. I really haven't dug much into it, but I'm sure as I do, there'll be plenty of stuff to read into, as there always is with Hedera. See, the reason like I trust Hedera for the most part. Like I know they're gonna move forward. I know they're gonna do things. Like I don't have to prod them. They know what to do, you know? So like I kind of like investments like that. I could set it, forget it. I'll come back, check in how they're doing. They're doing great, like I thought they're doing. Like Hedera is very competent. There's some projects where I don't check in on them too much because I know they're moving. The other ones where I need to make sure that they're doing what they're doing, or else I bail. Show people what's up. The Ripple liquidity hub for companies include BTC, BCH, LTC, ETC, XRP. Is not on the list. Happy to see BCH on the list. Yes. XRP is not on the list. No, it's not. It is not. Dog, you need to stop, dog. Hold on. All right. Sorry, my dog is acting like a dog. Yeah. Did I read that? I read so many things. Let me check. Yeah. So one of the things is I sent an article about this whole thing with the liquidity hub was that XRP isn't listed as an asset for the liquidity hub because it's currently going through a lawsuit. And sometimes lawyers are like, you can't talk about this or say that when things are, I don't know, but it would make sense, right? That it would eventually become a possible source of liquidity within the liquidity hub. Interesting. We'll see. Okay, next one. Just did that one. It's another IMF one. IMFer. Get it? IMFer. IMF reiterates call for crypto regulations after the ecosystem's rough year. Oh, yeah, that you guys caused? Cool. Thanks. Love you. Bye. International Monetary Fund has pointed to the collapse of FTX as well as turmoil in the banking sector in its call for regulating digital assets. In its Global Finance Stability Report, released April 11th, the IMF renewed calls for comprehensive and consistent regulation and adequate supervision, following the failures of cryptocurrency firms, including FTX, as well as the subsequent collapse of crypto-friendly banks, including Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank. According to the financial agency, regulation for entities in the crypto asset ecosystem with strict prudential requirements for stablecoin issuers should include the storage, transfer, exchange, and custody of reserves for digital assets. Silicon Valley Bank's spillover, as we talked about, from the core financial sector reverberated across the crypto ecosystem and financial institutions exposed to it, says the report. Its failure resulted in a deep pegging of two stablecoins, Circle's USDC and DAI, which held uninsured deposits in banks, as well as the demise for Signature Bank of New York because investors became concerned about its footprint in the crypto sector. These events add to questions about the viability of digital assets and reinforce the need for appropriate regulations. And IMF tweeted, clear communication by central banks is vital to minimize economic and financial uncertainty. And using separate tools to achieve monetary policy and financial stability goals can address multiple challenges at once. The International Monetary Body Financial Stability Board plans to publish its own recommendations for regulatory and supervisory approaches to crypto assets and stablecoins in July 2023. Guys, it's only 3 months away, 2.5 months away. The G20 also reported in February that the board would be releasing a synthesis paper integrating the macroeconomic and regulatory perspectives of crypto assets in coordination with the IMF in September. Wow. what was it called again? A synthesis paper integrating the macroeconomic and regulatory perspectives of crypto assets. So it looks like the IMF and World banks and governments have gotten past the what is crypto thing. Now they're trying to understand what's the impact of crypto. It's just sad to see that it took all this time and all this, I guess, crises to occur and people to lose their funds and their life savings for the regulators to step in and regulate. But I guess that's the way it always goes. Hey, we shall see what this call for regulation is. I mean, this is the second one they've made. We have the IMF calling for it. We have retail calling for it. We got institutions calling for it. We got even the U.S. government calling for it, people within the U.S. government calling for it. And we have international governments calling for it. Well, they just regulate this thing already? Like, dang. Because the second they do, institutions could jump in here and they don't have to be scared and they don't have to like sweet talk their board and, make weird deals. They could just jump in with their budget, allocate an amount, drop it in. That's really what's going to push us up. Yeah, it's cool for, retail to do their thing, but I want that institutional money. Yum. What do you guys think? IMF, International Monetary Fund, it's the central bank to all the central banks. So they're big players. Central banks tend to listen to them, and they're calling for regulation of crypto. It sounds like the traditional finance world is getting ready to accept crypto. What do you think? Anything else, guys? Nothing? Y'all tired? Sleepy? Go nap? Had a nom? I don't know. You guys okay? 12 people. It says 12 people are here. I don't even know. Next one. This might be my favorite one. Let me get a drink. Yum. Analysts weigh in on BRICS currency as tool to face US dollar-based sanctions. Analysts have begun considering using a future BRICS currency to sidestep US sanctions and the dominance and the dollar's influence on international markets. While the rise of the US dollar was significant to spur an era of economic growth after World War II, the so-called weaponization of its ubiquitous use has made some countries consider other options for international trade. The weaponization of the US dollar has created distrust even in American circles about the future of currency, causing countries to consider alternatives to its use. While using the US dollar presented several benefits after World War II. Later, as the world developed, including the continuous development of BRICS countries, the benefit of using a dollar in international settlements started to diminish. However, Zhao notes that the introduction of a BRICS currency bloc integrated by Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa will not substitute the US dollar immediately, and that the creation of such a currency be years in the making, he concluded. Well, it has already been. While the BRICS currency project is still in its initial stages, Russia, one of the biggest economies of the BRICS bloc, has moved to use the Chinese yuan for bilateral settlements to avoid U.S. sanctions. On this, Quang Ziwan, I can't say that word. On this, the director of Center of Russian Central Asian Studies at Shanghai Institute for International Studies stated, using the yuan or the ruble in payments is the most promising way to move away from the Western payment system. BRICS is at it again. BRICS doesn't like the United States, doesn't like the United States using its dollar as a weapon. It doesn't believe money should be a weapon. I tend to agree. I think most of the world tends to agree, and that's the problem. We're losing our stronghold. There's other alternatives now, other countries that are even being more diplomatic than us, even more reasonable than us, and definitely more profitable than us. We have Russia, we have China. They have huge, huge commodity resources. China's huge in manufacturing. Russia's huge, huge, huge in commodities. And so is Brazil. And so is India, huge in labor. Like, all these countries bring something to the table, and they're valuable to each other, and they will use each other for trade, for manufacturing, for sourcing things. Just look, guys, while us in the West have historically had the power in terms of commerce, you have to understand most people on Earth are represented within the BRICS bloc, the BRICS nations. China and India alone are a large part of the global population. So it's very unwise to not see what they're doing and like see how they're moving, because they are, for the most part, labeled emerging economies, but I think they're damn near emerged by now. And they're really even challenging the world superpower being the United States. The United States, they should be worried because the world's trying to sidestep with the quickness what they do with the yuan, with the ruble, with anything, with Bitcoin, with gold, whatever. Anything that's not the US dollar is so bad, and there's a bunch of options. So you don't have to be a genius to understand what comes next. People don't want to use a dollar anymore. Guess what? To stop using the dollar. And when that happens, things that aren't denominated in dollars, like Bitcoin, like gold, start to go up. I try to tell you that BRICS was going to become a big thing a couple years ago. It's starting to happen now. What say you? So, people, what's good? Still awake? So relieved. I was getting scared there for a second. I just want to say Lula da Silva in Brazil is a communist guy and a Putin poppy. And if he keeps ruling, there will ruin the country. Same has happened in Argentina peso. He's a communist? Really? Well, BRICS isn't really talking like communist. Like, they're talking more capitalist than us. I don't know. I don't know the history there, though. Elizabeth, what's up? Hey, Dub, caught you. Hey, what's good? I do streams once a week now, guys. Typically on Saturdays. I don't know. We're trying Friday out. This has been pretty well attended. You know, I'm trying to hit the lunch hour. I know everyone's in a different time zone. That's the problem. But I'm doing something this weekend. How to do it now. If you guys have seen more videos from me, that's on purpose. More but shorter. So I just get you the information. Trying to make it more searchable. Trying to do this YouTube thing better. Hey, I got 14 people. I say BRICS will be a big fail. It will not. It will not. Let me ask you a question. How can the United States hold on to reserve currency? For how long, too? It's like we've already been in for 100 years. We're way on the life scale of fiat currencies. We're past the anticipated end point. It has to end. There's never been a fiat currency that hasn't ended. They all lose. They all burn. That's the thing. The people who are involved with the monetary system, they know this. They know there's a life. They have to transition the power into a new one. They have to set a new table up so they can run the game again. Because if they let it fall and burn, then it's just chaos. And then the rule of law goes out the window. And once you lose the rule of law, there's no chance at all of maintaining your power. It's like managing a plane crash. Like, you can have a violent one where everyone dies, or you can work it down to the ground, few people die. But you're still captain of the ship. That's what I think. Because, guys, you gotta understand, the world doesn't happen by chance, man. It's too much at stake. You think these families that built up all this generational wealth and all this influence and all this power over long times are just gonna let you have it just cause you woke up one day and found Bitcoin? Nah, they're fighting tooth and nail. That's what's happening now. 12 people, what's up? All right, guys, that's about it. I'm gonna call this one short, but it's been beautiful. It's been fun. I'll cut this up, get this out to you throughout the week. And that'll be that. But as always, I appreciate you supporting the channel. Please give me a thumbs up when you see a video. Just click on it, give me a thumbs up, say something, whatever helps me out. So I can find more people. We get more influence, we get more alpha, we make more money. Beautiful. But until next time, guys, it's DubDigital. Talk to you later. Peace.